Noob review.
Hello and welcome to another noobreview.com video preview, and today I am joined by Adam Radcliffe.
Hello. How are you, Luke?
I'm very well, thank you, Adam. Now today I am showing off Ghost Recon Future Soldier.
Yeah, it looks very futuristic with all that invisibility. I didn't know that was possible. It looks quite good.
Well, it's not entirely possible right now, but who knows, in 15 years maybe we'll all be doing it with our crouching invisible trousers.
Is there a lot of stealth elements like that? Excellent manoeuvre you just pulled off.
No, thank you. Yes, yeah, there's plenty of stealth. Actually, one of the things that has kind of risen up from the community after the reviews have come out is that people seem to be a little upset because they seem to think that Future Soldier is an all-action game with no stealth. When actually, nothing could be further from the truth. It is a very stealthy game. However, in a lot of cases, you can get away with not being stealthy. Now, in this particular mission, I don't know if you'll be able to read this, but on the right-hand side there it says no alerts allowed. That basically means you have to be stealthy, and if you are caught, or if an enemy discovers a corpse of someone that you've killed, that's it, mission failed, you've got to start from the last checkpoint.
Oh no.
So my objective here is to sneak into this prison, and I'm using that car as cover, at least, well, I tried to. But I got past the sentry anyway. And one of the things you have to use in Future Soldier is futuristic gadgets to help you out. And the first one that I want to show off here is the drone, which you can use to hover above.
I didn't know it had wheels. That's amazing.
Yep, it can turn into a car as well.
They don't have that online.
Not as far as I'm aware. Maybe you can get it to level up, but I don't think it's in the online. But your objective here is to drive through the air vents to find the lock and activate a sonic pulse to shut it down. Which I should just do now. And there we go, that's the door open. Now this is I'm playing the game in single player at the moment because, well, when I was making this video, the game wasn't out yet and no bugger seemed to be online playing the story. Everyone seemed to be playing the multiplayer mode that was available in the beta. And so I've had to make do with the AI partners here. But
are the AI quite good?
Yes, they are very good. They mostly just wait to follow your orders, and then if you get into a combat situation, they'll defend themselves. So what we're doing here is I just chucked a sensor out to try and figure out where the enemies are, and I've been marking them for execution. Now you can see they've each got a number above their head. Which
I was wondering what
this indicates that I want one of my teammates to shoot them. And you can see the little arrows there, the lines, indicate their line of fire. And they don't take their shot until I give them the order. And I gave the order.
That is really cool.
Yes, it is very cool. But there are going to be those people out there that are basically not really interested in the stealth. And one of the things I think that Future Soldier does really well is it seamlessly blends stealth and action. So that execution scene I had back there, if you take the enemies out in the wrong order, or don't take them all out and someone discovers the body, then it will suddenly become an action scene and you've got to defend yourself.
So you can really play it however you like then. It's
exactly.
Great for me. I like to just run in and shoot everything. And if that doesn't... what happened there?
You'd like this level then, because there are the odd section here and there where it's impossible to be stealthy. Like, for instance, in this one, you're controlling basically a walking tank called Warhound.
Oh, I was wondering what that thing was.
And I'm currently guiding its shots. Now, it's got an alternate fire where, look at this. You've got a missile that you can steer yourself.
There's lots of different weapons and gadgets you can use then. It's really nice
definitely. There's a really impressive arsenal around. Excuse me. I just really love firing the missile and then steering it directly into the path of enemies. It's not quite as satisfying as something like Sniper Elite, you know, where you fire the bullet and you see it go through every poor person's limbs and organs. But it's still fun.
Well, one thing I was going to say is it looks like there's a lot of different locations in this game, all really well rendered as well. Nice to see.
Yeah, there are. I mean, it's got a staggering amount of locations. I mean, the first couple of missions take place in, I believe it's Africa, and then that previous mission we were looking at a moment ago takes place in the Arctic, and now this one's in the forests in Russia. And there are even some missions that take place in Moscow itself. So there's a great deal of variety in terms of locations.
How long is the... Have you managed to finish the campaign? How long is it?
Yes, I did. It consists of about 12 missions, and depending on how many times you die, it will take perhaps 12 hours. Probably closer to 10, because some missions are a little easier than others.
Which, you know, that might seem like a short campaign to some people, but you've got to think that the multiplayer is just really like worth the price tag alone. It's that much fun.
Yeah, definitely. And there's also the fact that the campaign is entirely playable in 4-player co-op.
Yeah.
So,
which I'm looking forward to playing, because that's just... I don't get around to doing that enough, playing as a team.
Well, speaking of playing as a team, you would like this mode as well. It's called Guerrilla mode. And it's basically like Gears of War's Horde mode, where you have to take out wave after wave of progressively more challenging enemies. Except the key difference here is that every first wave and then every 10th wave, you have to move on and secure an objective.
All right.
So rather than just bunking down in one spot and then taking on every wave, you actually have little mini objectives that you have to go and secure.
Well, that stops it from getting like boring after a while, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Long play sessions of just killing people, as fun as it is, can get boring after a while. But those little objectives make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, definitely, and it's by far, I think, the hardest challenge in the game, because there are 50 waves in total to fight your way through. And okay, at the moment when I was playing this, again, it was before the game was actually out, and nobody was playing it, so I had to do it solo.
I was wondering where the other people were.
Yeah, it was too hard. I couldn't actually get past the third or fourth wave at any point, because I would just get overwhelmed. But I could easily see it being more manageable if you've got a team of 4 people that know what they're doing.
Did you manage to try out a lot of the weapons? Because it's got a really great customization system. You can customize everything down to the paint, if you like, and the triggers and everything.
Yeah, I did, and I basically just kind of maxed out every weapon to be slightly more controllable but as powerful as possible, which is kind of my playstyle, just kind of running there and gun, as you can probably see now. Don't bother ducking into cover, don't worry about it, just charge at him, shoot and yell. That'll get you through it.
I'd love to know what his superiors would have to say after he got back home.
What do you mean you only made it to wave 2? Oh, dear.
We told you it was a stealth mission. Stealth? What?
Yeah, I don't know the meaning of the word stealth.
Not in my vocabulary.
Yes, but you can see here you have to defend the objectives as well, so once you've claimed the objective, you can't just swan off. If you leave it for too long, the enemies get in there, they can reclaim it, and that's it. Game over.
Thank you for playing. Presented by
Noob Review.